up, y'all? Welcome back. Next episode of Don't Do That.
Don't do that.
Wicked Wednesday.
Wicked
Wednesdays.
Yeah.
So we got some interesting stuff, you know. I would say so because, you know, it's the little things that count whenever you dig things up, right? So I would tell you what. Oh no, it's right here. So same thing as we did on Monday. Papa Smurf. Yep, Papa Smurf.
Okay.
So Papa Smurf OG with my
Smurfy.
Yes. my lit labs with my wax. Okay. So we got let's see here. What is it? Oh yeah, Jonesville man earns prison sentence for his 8th drunk driving. 8th. Why he was even allowed to drive or have a license after so many, I don't know. Then we're gonna talk about our General Motors and how Bedrock wants Michigan taxpayers to foot a bill of $250 million. That's awesome. Great job, GM. You're awesome.
Insane.
And you're insane to think that anybody should have to pay that. So what kind of topics you got going on yourselves there, sir?
I'm just tripping on GM.
I know, right? I mean,
as a Detroit native, I'm just like, why would we pay for your remodel? That's hilarious.
I don't know if it's a remodel or not. Just I will talk about.
That's hilarious. Mine are. Let's go to Craven the Hunter. I know that some of you may not know that this movie is full blown going ahead, and the trailers have been hitting YouTube, and it looks good up until you get to Rhino. And then it kind of gives you the vibe that
they're reaching a little.
They're reaching again, but they're going to keep making Spider-Man related films because they want to keep the license. So they have to continue making.
The only way they can't is if you guys allow them to flop.
Yeah, stop going to see these movies.
Exactly, because if they flop and they don't make a certain amount of money throughout each year or so, you know, after a period of time,
then they have to return.
They have to return the rights.
They have to give over that license.
So, all right.
Yeah. So I got that. And then, of course, you know, we want to know whether or not that's going to be a good movie. So, of course, you can hop down in the comments and tell me whether or not you're going to go see that.
Yeah.
Also, The Boys creator Eric Kripke has some comments that were very, very...
Simpson-like?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, so we'll talk a little bit about that. And then, once again, Star Wars tries to wash the nasty taste of the Acolyte out of our mouths as they are dropping, the Skeleton Crew has dropped its first 2 episodes, and I'm getting the Outer Space Goonies vibes. Hop down in the comments, let us know if you've seen these 2 episodes, what you think about Jude Law's performance, what you think about the Stranger Things / Goonies vibe in outer space that Star Wars is trying.
Again, ideas can be used, but I hope their ideas
they're just not biting too hard.
Right, there is a big difference. I mean, there's a thin line, but there is still a big difference, but a thin line that you still can cross. So, all right, let's go ahead and talk about GM.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Here we go.
Yeah, pass me that on this.
Says.
Pass me that on
I'm just going to read the little article that it has here. It says, 2 weeks after firing 1,000 employees, General Motors wants Michigan taxpayers to pay $250 million to tear down and renovate the Renaissance Center Cranes Detroit business. Reported. GM offered to pay $250 million, and the real estate firm Bedrock said it would pay $1 billion. Cranes reported, but lawmakers on both sides of the aisle said the company should not the company should foot the entire bill. In November 25th news conference, House Speaker-elect Matt Hall said the proposal was insulting. They're the ones leaving Michigan and leaving Detroit, Hall said. So wouldn't it be a great part of GM's legacy just to pay to tear down the building and redevelop it? How insulting is it to taxpayers that these guys say, we're leaving Detroit and we want you guys to pay to tear down the building on our way out? Representative Dylan whatever the hell, also rejected the proposed handout supported by Bedrock, owned by billionaire Dan Gilbert. Dan Gilbert has a net worth of $25 billion. Someone making $50,000 a year would have to work for 500,000 years, saving every penny to amass that fortune. GM is making record profits, yet they still have the nerve to ask for $250 million handout, after they had a bailout a few years back, by the way. Now, Bedrock LLC supports the plan. The company posted on social media. Bedrock and General Motors announced a conceptual plan to develop the Renaissance Center, RenCen, in 27 acres along the Detroit riverfront. The plan preserves the essence of Detroit's skyline, right-sizes the Renaissance footprint, and connects the site to the heart of downtown. The surrounding entertainment district would become a vibrant waterfront destination, drawing international visitors and featuring restaurants, hospitality, residential, and market space, complementing Detroit's award-winning Riverwalk. The plan would redevelop 3 towers into a mix of hospitality and housing, create a new pedestrian walkway connecting the city to the riverfront, and remove the base of the complex and 2 office towers nearest the Detroit River, according to Bedrock. GM has been the best possible partner with Bedrock in this effort to redevelop the Renaissance Center. But the point is, nobody...
It sounds great.
But at the same time, you should be providing jobs for people to do this, meaning Detroit people jobs, if that's the case, so that they can all go back into the city of Detroit. Because at the end of the day, Detroit can be a beautiful city. Is the fact that the people there, the big businesses like GM and all them, don't want to pay the workers worth their while. They just got done firing 1,000 of them. They don't care. They're leaving. Why?
So hop down in the comments and let us know your thoughts on that particular topic as well, because
yeah, don't let things like that run over you.
I mean, that's wild. That's wild. Wicked Wednesday for real. Alright, so the Boys creator Eric Kripke stated that, the lines were blurred and now they seem to be completely blown to pieces. He says it's not like we're designing it to reflect reality, but we are making a show about violent authoritarians who present as celebrities. Suddenly, the world reflects the show. So, in the show, Homelander, and this is extreme when you hear it, Homelander heat visioned a civilian. Like heat visioned like Superman. Heat visioned a civilian and, made him explode after the kid, he threw something at his kid. And he was met with not a bunch of, civilians screaming in terror at what Homelander had just done. They cheered for him and backed him up on what he had done, even though it was that horrible.
Right.
Now, in our world, we just elected someone president who caused the whole riot at the White House, and he is now.
Yeah.
So you see how you see yeah.
It's
okay.
Yeah.
All right. So,
all right. Yeah. Okay. All right. On to this one. Okay. All right. So Jonesville man earns prison sentence for 8th drunk driving offense. How? Okay. How? All right.
Unbelievable.
So, Hillsdale, Michigan. All right, a Jonesville man was sentenced to 23 to 60 months in prison Monday, November 25th. So we got the chance to have Thanksgiving in prison. In the first judicial Hillsdale County for his 8th drunk driving offense. Charles Justin Reister, 54, was arrested on the 7th on suspicion of drunk driving. He pleaded guilty to single count of operating while intoxicated as a 3rd offense, October 14th, in a plea deal that dismissed lesser charges of operating an unregistered vehicle, driving while license suspended, and having an open container of alcohol in a motor vehicle. Now, his criminal history is littered with various offenses dating back over 10 years, including prior arrest for operating while intoxicated in 2016 and 2017, refusing a preliminary breath test in 2016, open containers of alcohol in a motor vehicle in 2016 and 2021, careless driving in 2021, and assault with an intent to do great bodily harm less than murder in 2022. Reister will be transported to Hillsdale County Jail and will be in Jackson. So, wow. The fact that you are, like, the history there alone is like, how does anybody else, you, like, it's weird that somebody can get that. I mean, it's not unknown, but weird that people can get that far with that many times and reckless driving and open. Like, you already have this much on you, and yet you still have a license. You've been even caught driving on a suspended license, and yet you still have a license. Why? How? I want to know. I know it's corruption, but I mean, let's be real here. It's corruption. It's ridiculous, though.
Man.
Now what you got?
I'm a little, doing a little too much right now.
I see. Way too much, bro.
Alright, so.
That was my last one.
My last one is, I already mentioned that Star Wars had such a bad deal with even Ahsoka. Like Ahsoka didn't even hit as hard as they wanted it to. There was a lot of talk about Ahsoka. And people love Rosario Dawson.
Yes.
But now they've thrown Jude Law into the fray with a bunch of kids. And it's kind of like I told you, it's kind of like Space Goonies or Space Stranger Things. Give you the first 2 episodes. Boom. Free. To try and reel you in. These first 2 episodes, I'm still on the fence about. I'm going to watch them again. And maybe I'll come back at you Friday and be like, you know what? But if I don't, then that means I need a little more convincing in episodes 3 and 4 and however long this is going to last.
No.
But, yeah, that's the only thing I had for you. You know, it's on the entertainment side was that, you know, this new Star Wars thing is out, something that I can watch week to week, and it has some big shoes to fill with Penguin. Because I was really watching Penguin, and I was like trying to stay up on Sunday nights to make it to 9 p.m. to watch those episodes. But
it didn't.
I don't know.
We had
I don't know. I wonder. I just thought about that. I wonder, are they gonna try and do that with those Star Wars episodes? Have us try and wait up until 9? Did they do that with Acolyte?
I don't know. It wasn't that important to me. Acolyte didn't catch my drift, bro. That was terrible.
I'm a binge head, so I think they did actually try and.
I think they did
actually have us stay up until 9 p.m. to watch. They
should have been
appointment television again.
That should have been a 5 o'clock show. It was disappointing.
Yeah, they're trying to get everyone back on the, hey, the Cosby Show's on at 8, or, you know, ER is on at 9 on Wednesday. We want to lock that down, so they're trying to get you to, you know, get back into that format. And so, it only works if the show is good.
Yeah,
you really want to stay up to watch it.
Right.
That's the thing.
That's it, you guys. Oh, yeah. We were trying to keep on point and making sure we don't keep y'all here. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, and get notified whenever we drop new stuff. So we will catch you next time on Epic Friday, y'all. Peace.